We're going to hear from 3 speakers first, and then I'll open it up to the floor. So if you felt that you got halfway into a debate and didn't conclude it, I'll try and make space for it. 1 or 2 of you have come up to me during the interval and said, I want to have my 2 penneth worth. I'm aware of that, and we'll put those points in as well. So thank you very much for that. I'm going to have a very brief word at this point with Tim Bennett, who's the chair of the FSA board, who's sitting at the front here, and hopefully a microphone will reach him. 2 microphones, nearly. I'm sure 1 will suffice. Just tell us, Tim, very briefly, the role of the FSA board following the conclusion of today's event.
Yes, well, first of all, thank you, Julian, and thank you for everyone contributing to this excellent debate with exactly what we wanted. And from an FSA board perspective, our role is quite simply to take on board all the evidence and to look at that in the sort of risk management role is to come to the right decision. Remembering that we're appointed, and this is uniquely around government, to put consumer first. This is a non-ministerial government department that's been created for the benefit of consumers, and our legal obligation, is the way we say it as a board, is to put consumers first in relation to food, which is actually quite a big role, because actually food production is the biggest part of GDP of this country. So we will look at this, we'll look at all the evidence. And I mean all the evidence. We do an awful lot of reading. We'll certainly look at the science around it and all the science that's available. The board will look at what you've said today. It will look at all what people have say in terms of their individual voices, in terms of consultations. And later in the year, when we've had time to do this, probably July, I'm looking at the chief executive, in the sense that I think it'll be July by the time we've assembled this. We'll come to a decision. What is important for us as a board is this balance between keeping consumers safe and the choice and consumer choice, and that is much easier if it's a lower risk industry. And we're always saying as a board, it's food business operators' responsibility to keep the consumer safe, and we're there to help enforce that. So if you have a low-risk industry, and actually dairy is, it was at the FSA board, only the meeting before last, that dairy is a low risk, and that's a tribute to the people in it. And it makes it easier to have discussions about choice if that industry is in that position. So we'll be interested. It's an interesting thing for me as chair, is that because we're open, we meet in the open, we record it, we don't have any discussions about what the board was going to decide until we get to that open meeting. It's a terrible place to be a chair, because I have no clue what my board members believe in until they're on camera. And so they'll have all that evidence, but they normally come to a balanced decision, and I'll be also looking forward to that occasion. So I'm hoping we enjoy the rest of the afternoon. I've certainly taken on board some of the views that are coming through, and I can assure you the rest of my board will take on board and will actually watch what's occurred this afternoon. So a big thank you for actually taking part in what for us is a really important consumer engagement exercise.